Something, I don't know. Curtis?
How do you feel the break is going to help you guys, the extra 3-4 days off?
Well, I mean, I think anytime that you have a little bit of time to heal up, and get your mind away from it, just, even for a day or two, I think it helps, just reinvigorates you. You got to get to sit back and, take inventory of where you're at. And, so I think it's a good thing.
Is there an added boost knowing that you guys control your own destiny again in the division, that the last 2 weeks have gone as well as they have, to kind of make up some of that ground?
Well, I mean, I think the guys think about it, but as we do here, we just play one game at a time. I mean, that's how Coach would talk about it, and that's really how we go about things. I mean, we take care of the business at hand. We know that we're playing Philly this week. We got a good, tough opponent, and all this other stuff is going to happen, whether we want it to or not. So we just have to play our game and make sure we're focused on playing the best game that we can play.
Is there something unique at all to what they do to get all those sacks?
Well, yeah. I mean, first of all, they have good players, and then I mean, their scheme's good. But I think Billy does a great job of. He's just got them flying around. I mean, they're playing hard. They run hard. They're attacking the football. And then he's got a good pressure package. There's some things that he does to try to confuse the offense a little bit, and he's been able to shake some guys loose with that.
What can you do that you haven't done inside the 20 to get some touchdowns? I'm sure you
score touchdowns.
Yeah.
What
can you do to score touchdowns? What can you do to better facilitate touchdowns?
Well, I mean, we're continuing to look at it. Every time. I mean, each and every week. And I mean, there's like I say all the time. I mean, there's just little things here and there. We score a touchdown and we get an offensive pass interference, and so there's one that all of a sudden changes things. And now you're 2nd and 17 on the 17, and it's going to be a different challenge to be able to get that in the end zone from there. So there's all kinds of things that come up, but it's basically just overall execution to make sure we take care of business. There he is. I knew he was coming.
Russell's had a couple pretty efficient games in a row. Is he doing something better, or is it kind of just everything around him clicking better?
I think everything's working better. He's doing a very nice job. First and foremost, he's doing a great job taking care of the ball. I mean, that's one thing we preach around here, and he does a great job with that. But he's been able to make plays with his feet, been able to get out and have some scramble plays. I like how the receivers have been reacting to those plays and those opportunities. The offensive line's done a nice job of protecting and kind of extending some of those plays. But just, overall, we're being pretty effective at just making sure that we're executing things that we're asking us to do. We ran the ball pretty well, and, it wasn't just, the zone read kind of thing. We were able to, be a little bit more physical that way in the last game. So I think we're doing some good things there execution-wise.
They also force a lot of turnovers. Any real theme in what they do to get those?
Well, I think it's the same thing. I mean, they play hard. They run hard. They get to the football. They move around. Again, the pressure packages, always causes problems. I don't know what the stat is, but it used to be one out of every 7 times you hit the quarterback, the ball comes out on him. So with the sacks that they have, that's going to happen that way. But that's kind of been us. Is making sure we take care of it, and we're worried more about how we handle that situation than how many they're forcing. We want to make sure that we just take care of the ball all the time.
You talked about how your rushing yards were different from the zone read stuff, a little bit more physical. Do you evaluate your rushing yards differently if it comes?
Nope.
No.
I mean, we know we're going to run the football, and we don't really care how it comes. We have a style about us. I mean, we're going to be physical. We're going to try to dominate the opponent, exert our will on them. And then even when we run the zone read, we still feel like we're doing that. Our offensive line can still be physical. I mean, you can watch Sweezy and other guys burying guys into the ground. So we still want to do that. So no, we don't evaluate it differently, but they were a little bit different style runs.
Was that by design or just